Hey, third time's the charm. Putting it in the mount and it kept pushing down on the power button. My normal camera's over there charging, so we're going to use this one so we can continue working. We are unfortunately waiting on the owner of the Hydrosport to find out if we can grind that screw off, if he's going to reuse the carpet. I don't really know what his plans are, but this battery is not charging. And I think it's not been charging for a while. I have a feeling what's going on, see 11.8. I really have a feeling that it charges up and then it has to, once it's charged, it's designed for you to take it off the vehicle or off the charger and then restart it basically, which I've not been doing. And I am going to unwrap it, get it all the way. Oh, well, that could be why, guys. Apparently, it has been taken out and unhooked. Great. And not put back on. And yeah. Oh, it is on. Hold on. Got all this laying on top of it. Let's unplug it. Plug it back in. Let's get it. Okay, so we've got this Viking charger from Harbor Freight that honestly has not been working well. I don't know if it's the charger or if it's the battery, but we're gonna hook it back up. See, it says 11.8 standard, 12 volts, and now it's charging. You guys can't see it at all, I don't think. Yeah, you can. So it says 12 volt, it is charging. We're gonna let that charge up. Yeah, it was down to 11.4. You have to apparently unplug it, plug it back in, otherwise it does not want to kind of keep charging. I just keep that cover up there. I don't know what I'm going to do with that cover really. So we're going to move on. I'm just going to leave Jetty in there. She's quite happy. We can't continue with the fuel tank, but let me grab the other phone. Because when we hear from him, we can grab that grinder and start cutting. Oh, it's just starting to rain. Oh, there it is. See if we got a charge on it. 99, I think that's good. Doesn't get much better than 99 at all. It's delivered, but I haven't heard back from him. He may call me back. He might be at a doctor's office. Okay, so we're going to get in here now. This is our next step. We got this fuel tank we need to remove, and all of this stuff that, well, needs to be cleaned out because it's just nasty. Okay. Now, I've not worked on this one before, so I'm just going to check. Those are all the right fuel line zip ties. And even though they are, can you see that right there is loose? So it's got a loose one on here, and that you can swivel it like real easy. I don't have another one that small, which does suck. But I do have some. It's not these tiny ones. Okay. You want to make sure when you work on your motor or someone else's motor, you get all those pieces of plastic out of there. I know it's a pain, but all of that trash is the sort of stuff that starts to collect dirt and cause all sorts of issues. Just get it out. Just get it out. Look for the few. Oh, there it is. Like, we need our toolbox. That might be Mr. Pat. Let's see. Nope. Hello? Good. How are you doing? Okay. Yeah. Yep. I'm doing good. Doing good. Just working on a boat today. Trying to get it done so I can get on the road and then he can pick it up whenever he gets around to it. Okay guys, we are back to the VRO pump and 10 mil. Now we're gonna have to make our own mount. I just dropped that 10 mil down in there somewhere. Okay, so we're gonna grab that out. And once we pull this pump, look at it just peeing everywhere. Yeah, no, they're messy. They're just like messy. And I'm not getting that, so we're gonna grab this again. Oh. It's just gonna keep pouring out of all the orifices. I know, it's messy. It's like all of the holes just pour fluids. Okay. Look at that messy thing. We're just gonna dump that in there. Okay. Now you have to have a 3-hose fuel pump. 386. Star Grooming Supply. Nobody there. Anybody else deal with solicitation calls all day long? All day long. Now, here's going to be your main concern, okay? It's your main concern right here. You need 3 holes, right? Right. Righty, right. You got your filter in here. So this is your in. And then one of these is going to hook to the fuel out. Okay. And then one of these is going to hook to your air that's running it. So like your vacuum. This one goes to my bowls. So this one is my vacuum. Got it? Vacuum. Vacuum goes to the back. To the back of the fuel pump, farthest one back. And just take your hose clamp and let it come tight. And it's not tightening up on that because, well, that was a different size on the VRO. Anybody else run into that problem? Look. Whoop. Which means we just went dead in the water on this project. See? All of these from the VRO are too big for this pump. So we're going to grab our rubber. Stick it back on here. I know we had a piece of rubber on there, didn't we? You guys watch me take a piece of hose off? Where did I put the hosey dozy? There's no telling. There it is. So I put that back on there. And it was in a little baggie. Where the heck's the bag, though? There it is. Why am I doing that? Well, because I want to see if I'm going to have to change all those hoses around, or if there's another pump that has different size fittings, guys. It's very possible. So before I use that pump that they sent me, I've now, well, got a whole nother step that I didn't plan on as the mechanic, right? Which is more time, right? That's why I don't do piecework, I do hourly. That over like that. Yeah, anything that's oily, I just step in that oil. It's just nasty to work with. It gets everywhere, guys. It does. You're going to work with oil, just figure you're going to have a bit of a mess here and there to clean up. That's just from that hose. Yeah. Oh. And I didn't want to throw the hose out because I wasn't really sure that I was through with it. I'm just going to pick up that pile like this and throw this whole thing in here. Woo! Now we got oily hands. Kind of clean those up. Okay. So we didn't get as far as we wanted. Well, before we ran into an issue, right? Which is how these projects go and what makes them kind of a can of worms. And, well, what makes them, you know, sometimes not super cheap to do. You find a backyard guy and you're like, yeah, it's wonderful. However, this is the stuff that the backyard guy runs into and why your boat owners don't want to do it themselves. Now we may end up just cleaning out the VRO pump, putting some caps on it, and reinstalling it. That's another option. And I'd like to get him a fuel pump that he can replace himself easily and cheaply. That VRO pump is not the pump. They're not cheap to replace. Okay, so we've gone as far as we can really go with that. Let's see if he's answered us, because it said he got the message. Okay, I'm just going to tell him to call me when he can. And we'll go put this up. And then we'll move on to something else. This is probably where, you know, my day kind of gets eaten up. And you're not planning on it getting eaten up. But it still gets eaten up, right? Nonetheless, no matter what we try to do, it still is what it is. I'm watching only behind me right now. The pole right here. So you guys keep an eye on the pole. Now I'm going to keep an eye on the boat. We missed the pole. You guys did a fabulous job. You did. Now we got the doorways. 2 doorways we got to kind of watch out for. And yes, I try to turn around and look because honestly, it's about the easiest way to back a boat up. Your mirrors can be a little more difficult. Look back just to make sure I did raise the motor. That's one of the things you really can forget, and it is up. I don't normally forget, but okay. Now let's see where we're at with it. I may just leave it hooked up so that when we hear from him, we can just pull it back out. I just don't want everything in the rain. And I want to definitely flip my cover over so that foam stays dry. Screws are stainless. Everything else looks good. I think we're good. And nothing's going to get up here. We're good. So I'm just going to roll the window up and leave it hooked, because we could pull it right back over when we hear from him, or pull it out just enough to get some light. And then I think I'll honestly work on a couple of videos, edit a couple of videos, and get ready for tomorrow. Shit. Welcome back, guys. Oh, scam. Sorry, guys. Thought that was going to be the Hydrosport owner. Okay, guys, so I'm looking at this DigiPass. I didn't use it when I set up this last time. I'm looking at the camper, and the camper's definitely sloped front to rear. I used the little bubble levelers. Well, they're okay. This DigiPass Mini Cube hooks to my phone. Let's see where the app is. That's the next question. You have to have an app. Yep. I don't see an app on there. Okay. Which means I'm glad I started you, because, guys, you're coming to an end, because I think the app is on you. So let's find the app.